YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Benji, and we back in between the ropes. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. You can follow me on multiple social media platforms and let us have discussions and chop it up with y'all for show. On this channel, we love all things entertainment, and we have fallen back in love with wrestling. If you didn't watch the last video, I actually checked out AEW Dynamite. I've been going on rants and talking too much about WWE. I did fall back into wrestling because of the love initially I had with WWE and the build I had to WrestleMania 40. But it's been so-so since then. I can't lie. I was blown away. When I saw AEW, I was completely aghast. But anyways, I'm not going to gas AEW this video. I'm just going to talk about what I saw today on SmackDown. Now, apparently this show was a double taping, so I'm not going to give the crowd too much, you know what I'm saying? But at the very least, I honestly just don't even understand what are we watching. Coming back to this is just, it's painstakingly upsetting. I mean, let's get straight to it, man. So Cody Rhodes opens up the show. Now, let's not forget the show is a 2-hour show now. Apparently, that's the change that they've decided to make for WWE Smackdown. He mentions his road to the King of the Ring, where he had to beat Jey Uso, which was his buddy. He had to beat his mentor, Randy Orton. It's tough. It's not easy being Cody Rhodes. Let's not forget. It's not easy being the quarterback. Anyways, he does point out his wristband that he received from one of the members in the crowd that did have leukemia, so shout out to him. He doesn't get too far into the promo before Randy Orton interrupts him and actually says nothing. He comes out there again for like, I don't even know how many times. He decides to mention how much he respects Cody Rhodes. Why does it matter whether or not you respect Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes even mentioned that you were his mentor. You brought him into the big leagues. You were the one that introduced him to the WWE. Remember? Legacy? The legacy that you laid forth for him? You are a 14-time world champion? Why do you care about what this dude who's only held the belt once has to say about you? He's still your little bro. Whatever. He points out how he mentioned that prior to their match at King of the Ring, he wasn't going to hesitate. Yet he did hesitate. In the end of the day, Cody did not, and that led to him winning. Whose fault is that? You're not a man of your word. I mean, what else? Anyways, it isn't too long before he mentions what he wants him to do to John Cena, which is kick his butt. Drew McIntyre interrupts, and finally, some aura on the TV show. He mentions all the things that us watching, peep too. Drew mentions that it's a beta TV show, and I agree. Look at this dude in the background, first of all. But yeah, he spits facts. Cody Rhodes is a politician, and he stabbed Randy in the back, the first opportunity he got. And let's not mention that he specifically targeted the back that Randy Orton had surgery on. Yet, unlike Randy Orton, he wouldn't hesitate to get the championship because he's had a parallel career to Cody Rhodes, and so it's only right that if Cody Rhodes wins the belt, he takes it from him. Randy hears enough of this and gives him an RKO. He then stares down Cody Rhodes and leaves the ring. Meaningless segment. I don't understand why we brought Drew McIntyre back to do this. I mean, a lot of people are at least excited for an opportunity to see him in the main event scene, but I don't know what's going on. Maybe he'll fight against Randy Orton again. He mentioned something that we all mentioned too. I mean, Randy Orton, you're not a good guy. We literally seen how you get, so I don't know why you're acting like. Anyways, whatever. We get a tag team gauntlet, but it's not a traditional tag team gauntlet, which I'm going to at least applaud them for. It was a little bit creative. All the guys are backstage complaining about the turmoil they've been seeing in the division and that the stress that the WYATT is starting to create. I don't understand why they're stressed out about the WYATT. All they did was absolutely nothing. They just showed up. They are the guys that are actually destroying the opportunities that WYATT has in front of them. So I don't really know why they're mad about it. But anyways, Nick Aldis assigns FRAXIOM a match against ANDRADE and Rey Fenix. And he decides to allow one member of each tag team to fight against the Wyatts in like a huge tag team match. That would be creative if it made any sense. What would be the purpose for any of these guys to work together to beat the WYATT? I understand that they've cumulatively been trying to destroy the YATT, but let's remember, Nick Aldis put a stipulation on this match. If the YATT are able to win, then they get to challenge again for the tag team championships. Why do these guys care? If they want to beat the YATT as a unit, who cares if they win the championship belts? You still get your chances to take them out. So why would you fight so hard in order to win? It doesn't benefit you. If you win, you just go to the back of the line. I don't know. Maybe they win and maybe they get to fight each other for the tag team championship match. I don't know why. Whatever. The only interesting moment here is that there's a moment in which Gargano is supposed to get tagged in. He does not get tagged in. And he loses because of that. That leads to Sabin losing. Everybody's confused why Johnny didn't tag in, but you know, it is what it is. He's not a good guy. Again, like I said, there's no purpose for him to try and tag in or even really try and win the match. So whatever. If you're somebody who just tuned into wrestling and you hadn't paid attention the last 8 months since the YATT has been gone, you might not know who Uncle Howdy is. And honestly, any of us that haven't paid attention longer than that don't know who he is either because they haven't explained it. I don't know why my boy Bray's brother is now Uncle Howdy. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, we then get Tiffany Stratton showing up to the ring, and it isn't long before Jade Cargill shows up to the ring, and she flaunts her new Queen of the Ring crown. Which I ain't gonna lie, Jade always looks good. She's always coming out fire. But she mentions that she wants an opportunity against Tiffany Stratton, but Tiffany's like, oh, funny enough, I have a challenge here for you. Or no, she's like, I have something to show you. Trish Stratus shows up. I don't understand this. She shows up and just awarded an opportunity to fight against Tiffany Stratton. Like Tiffany Stratton just says, I just choose you. Even though we were teammates like a few months ago. Even though you're a good guy. And she does this thing where I guess she's like towing the line between being a heel or something. I don't know. She's doing like a couple heel things. It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I guess Trish decides to tell the crowd about how important it is that the women have Evolution because of how hard it was for the women to get matches on TV, which true, but why are we building this up like a week or so before like Evolution? Why haven't we heard more about what this could mean? This could have been something that people backstage could be fighting over. You would think that they would have been given opportunities to like a bunch of the women clamoring for an opportunity to get on a PLE. The women who, let's think about it, the majority of the roster has not been on a PLE. A majority of the women on your roster have not been on a PLE. Outside of the Royal Rumble and Money in the Bank. You would think that most of them are out there clamoring and biting for an opportunity to get on a PLE. Especially an all-women PLE. This is something that you would think is, in real life and in the life of WWE and kayfabe, this is monumental. Why does it take Trish Stratus coming back to try and let us know how important this moment is? Anyways, Tiffany Stratton gets on the mic and she just literally says not like she just take the mic away from her. She's talking about I hope you're ready. This is not going to be easy. It's not the attitude era anymore. So again, she's doing this thing where like maybe I don't know if she's trying to be snarky to let the crowd know that she's possibly a heel, but what the heck is she talking about the attitude era for? Tiffany just never ceases to amaze me with the stuff she be talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Have they already exhausted all options of women backstage? That they decided to bring Trish Stratus back from the grave? 50-year-old Trish Stratus? Hey, look, shout out to Trish Stratus for sure. She's a pioneer. But I don't even care. Anyways, Jade watches this happen and she's like, look, I don't even care who you match up against. At the end of the day, I'm leaving SummerSlam with the championship belt. Cool. But then right after that, we get a scene where Trish Stratus is walking backstage and then Jade meets up with her to talk about how excited she is to watch her match against Tiffany. Y'all were just in the ring like literally 5 seconds ago. Anyways, Naomi attacks Jay and she laughs at her maniacally and is like, "You should have proceeded with caution." Only good person on the show. The only compelling character is Naomi. End of the day, Jay decides to let Mr. Aldis know that she wants a match against Naomi to end this. So, anyways, we do get the second portion of the tag team matches. Andrade and Rey Fenix versus FRAXIOM. I don't really know why they're fighting. I mean, I really don't know. Like, these guys get a match, even though Gargano and them are talking about how they got a match against these dudes that they weren't prepared for, yet FRAXIOM gets the match. I don't know. Whatever. It's, again, like another face versus face match. It doesn't really, like, there's no real intrigue behind all these matches. Like, what are we watching? Anyways, it's good to see Andrade on TV, but this is being marketed as FRAXIOM's first loss. Remember when FRAXIOM came on the scene, they were hot, exciting, and they were undefeated. They disappeared for a while, and now we're getting them back, and to the point where I actually forgot that these two were undefeated on the main roster. Well, for some strange reason, they lose to Rey Fenix and Andrade. I'm not knocking them boys because they are talented, and I could see them being a compelling part of the tag team division, yet we've gotten the tag team division so loaded full of talent. And I'm glad that they have some storylines going on, but they're so locked and loaded full of talent that you've forgotten about some of the other guys. Like, what happened to Pretty Deadly? But at the end of the day, FRAXIOM was just fighting for the championship, like literally the other week. And if we don't forget, the championship match that they had was interrupted by the Wyatts. I know that they're like green on the gills and they're technically new to SmackDown, but why haven't they requested a rematch since they were unfairly interrupted in their championship quest? Now they're just randomly fighting against Andrade and Rey Fenix. I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Everyone's in a tag team now. That's the only thing they've got going on. But for some strange reason, they can't fix what's going on in the women's tag team division. Anyways, shout out to Andrade. I also forgot to mention that Nick Aldis did show up backstage in the midst of all this tag team madness. That he's created a #1 contenders match for the women's tag team championships. And who did he express this to? Charlotte. But Charlotte's confused because she wanted to fight against Tiffany Stratton. So Nick Aldis is like, yeah, you get a tag team partner, and you get to choose your tag team partner, and you'll have an opportunity to be #1 contender. All of us know what was going to happen. Alexa shows up, and she volunteers herself to be a tag team partner. Don't know. I don't even know why would Nick Aldis give Charlotte? It doesn't even make sense. It makes no sense. Let's all think about it, guys, for a little bit. We all knew that they were building up these two to be tag team partners. If this is being done, created as an opportunity to pair Charlotte with somebody that the people love in order to get the love forced onto her so that they can become champions, wouldn't it be stupid that Charlotte has not done anything to receive a tag team championship, yet she's awarded a tag team partner and potentially a tag team championship match? It does the exact same thing. Whether you get thrown to the singles competitions or the tag team competitions, the same heat is going to be on you because you've garnered opportunities that you didn't necessarily do anything to get. Same reason a lot of people are against Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley just is overwhelmingly loved. Charlotte in real life and kayfabe is not loved. To the point where it's obvious that they're playing into this because once Alexa Bliss volunteers herself to be a tag team partner, she's over the top like, I'm Charlotte Flair. You know I don't like to share the spotlight. What? Anyways, the match is what it is. It's what we all expected. It's B-Fab and Michin and the Secret Herbies. We all knew none of them were going to advance at all. Don't understand what the purpose of creating these people to be tag teams were. Why is the Secret Herbies someone who cannot win a match, but they're supposed to be Chelsea's bodyguards? Remember, Piper Niven was actually awarded a women's championship match last year and had a compelling storyline. Additionally, her friend from Scotland was also a tag team champion. Why are they so garbage? Why are they wrestling in suits? And for some strange reason, Charlotte Flair, before she gets to the top of the ring, I'm sorry, the top turnbuckle, pats Alexa Bliss on top of the head like she tried to Lil Bro her. Watch this. Hits the moonsault, and then kicks Chelsea out of the ring. Alexa Bliss hits her finisher from the top rope. They win, and Charlotte runs over there and hugs Lessa. They hug like best friends, like they haven't been butting heads for weeks. The woman literally just like sunned you like 2 seconds ago. Whatever. We then get a solo video promo where he's actually, again, pretty funny, where he says, "Happy birthday, America." He introduces Hikuleo as Tala Tonga, and he's matching up alongside Jason Mateo against Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso cannot escape the bloodline vortex. Why is he fighting alongside Jacob Fatu? It gets to take out Solo, which he's not taking out. Whatever, anyways. This match doesn't go too long. Once Jacob Fatu is tagged in, he wrecks shop. He starts whooping on Solo after he does a quick reversal out of the Samoan Spike. He's able to put that boy down after moonsault. Wins the match by pinning Solo, which is also very strange. I don't know what that's. What was the purpose? Anyway, freshly crowned U.S. champion loses again. Whatever. The numbers game then ensues. You get all the Tongans and then Jason Mateo to show up. I don't understand why Jason Mateo is in the bloodline. He is not Samoan. He is not Tongan. They end up putting this dude, Jacob Fatu, through the table. And that's pretty much it. I'm not quite used to the 2-hour show. I think it does suit the TV show a little bit better. Things flow a little better. And I guess, again, SmackDown doesn't have enough compelling characters to keep us entertained for 3 hours. But this is a bunch of meaningless TV. We're doing a lot of building for Evolution. I don't even care. Honestly, I don't even want to, like, we even get a promo. I don't even know what you call it. It's a scene backstage where Damian Priest and Aleister Black confront one another. Like, it's like they're flirting. It's really weird. And then they leave with a Damian, and they leave with Black. His name is Aleister. I don't even care anymore. I'm not interested in any of these people. I'm not blown back by the wrestling. I'm not excited by much. You even have Julia cutting promos. She does a video promo, which I do enjoy, where she's able to blend her English and her Japanese. We get the subtitles, we get the edits. I think that's a much better way to use a lot of your characters. But I don't think any of us could understand who is she matching up against. Who will be her competitor. We didn't get Zelina Vega on TV today. Chelsea Green is just like a manager now. It doesn't make any sense. But we've got Trish Stratus at Evolution. So we should be excited about that. We have a bunch of characters just working around in the rut. What's Randy Orton going to do? What's Jimmy Uso going to do? What's LA Knight doing? Is he written off the TV? What's Drew McIntyre going to do? R-Truth is not on TV anymore. Damian Priest, I almost forgot about him, but at the very least he gets to say Black. Where's Roman Reigns? Where's Bianca? Just nothing. Nothing going on. Nothing of purpose. Hey, but at least we get to look forward to John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Huh? And don't forget, guys, Saturday Night's main event is coming up too. Huh? Yeah, we most of the show without many mentions of that either. But, I mean, let's not forget we also have Evolution. And then, in less than a month, we have SummerSlam. Gotcha. Three PLEs within a month's time. Within 30 days. Gotcha. And let's not forget, we just came off Night of Champions last week. Gotcha. So 4 PLEs within 30 days. A little over 30 days. What's going on with our characters? We don't know. No idea. What's Tama Tonga doing? What's Tala Tonga doing? What's Tonga Loa doing? Why is Jason Mateo aligning himself with the Bloodline? None of us know. I don't even care. We're just going to wait till Raw. Yeah, let's stay tuned to the next one.